Hello, Dr. L here. This is Friday, August 10th, 2018. And if you check MarketWatch.com website, their lead story is Turkey's crisis was not a black swan, but it still played havoc with global markets. Well, today the market was very volatile, and I disagree that there is not a black swan. Black swan is a chaotic event. It was not only a chaotic event, it was a predictable chaotic event. On Thursday nights, I send out my weekly email. And then on Friday, I normally do a chaos clinic. But today, I did the chaos clinic before time because it's camping season. From last night's email, I said there's possible market top 8/9/2018. I said after the spectacular drop 2 weeks ago in the lunar eclipse. Now I did a video on that, so if you go back and look at that, you can see what I explained there. After that spectacular drop, the market recovered to make new highs. On Tuesday, the early rally stalled. And then Wednesday, the volatility dried up. And on Wednesday, midday, in my day trading forecast chat room, you have to be taking the hotline, $100 or $99 a month, not much. And you have to be monitoring the chat room. If I see something I think might be important longer term, I will say it. And this is what I said. For what it's worth, on a 45-day plasma chart, I see a 40-day rally. Yesterday was a stall, today a lower low and a lower high. Possible swing trade or position trade sell, and I should have said the word setup. Proceed at your own risk. I don't tell people what to trade, but I alert them to something that they can do their own analysis and take their own actions. And then I point out that 40 days is a Mercury moon cycle, and it's all over the Bible. And at the time we're trading near a price of 28.60, and I pointed out 2860.25 is 180 degrees up from the 2018 open on January 2nd. That's in the S&P futures. And then so this is what I said on Thursday in my email, or on Wednesday. In my email on Thursday night, I said today the market held up late, then dropped. And I did say I did sell on a swing trade. I sold late in the day. Then I pointed out the stop is 190 days from the January top and 217 days from the opening day of the year. In my previous video on the lunar eclipse, I pointed out that the lunar eclipse was powerful because it was aligned with Mars, and the Mars cycle is harmonic to the eclipse cycle. A 4-to-1 ratio on the eclipse half year, 2-to-1 ratio on the eclipse year. And then I pointed out that this solar eclipse lines up with Mercury. The 346-day eclipse year is almost exactly 4 Mercury cycles. So Mars is harmonic as an outer cycle, and Mercury harmonic as an inner cycle. So both of these eclipses had the possibility of inducing harmonic action, and it's these harmonic alignment of cycles that give us the chaotic moves. And then, since I didn't want to try to call the details on Friday, I said on Friday the market has ingredients for further decline, especially late in the day. day is a partial solar eclipse. Have fun. I'll be camping. Actually, leaving as soon as I get this thing done. Well, what was I looking at? This is my plasma chart for the year. We started out the year open 2860.25 and shot up. This was a blow-off move. Shot up, and right in here is when I put out a warning that this looked like the end of a blow-off power curve and we could drop sharply. Well, we did there. Then things got a little more difficult as the year went on. We're starting right in here, it started to look like an upgoing chaos clamshell. Right over here, there was a lunar eclipse here relating with this drop, and it got a nice drop here, but then we bounced back up, like we weren't quite done with something. That usually means that there's a harmony that isn't yet complete. Looking at the time between tops, 190 days, that's not remarkable. It's 7 days, 1 week, a quarter of a moon cycle past half of a year. But this, from the opening trade day until Monday of this week, it's 217 days, 180 points. That is a 5 to 6 ratio. 5 to 6 ratio is right out of the musical scale. And then what I was pointing out here is that this is a 40-day rally here. So that's the Mercury moon cycle. And this eclipse is lining up with Mercury and moon during the eclipse. So that seemed to be significant to me. And then just basic trading, this is a rising wedge. And when rising wedges break, they often retrace the whole wedge. So something to be alert. So I just made a note. At least one of my clients saw the alert and thanked me for it. Now this is an hourly chart showing this week, and this is Monday, and this was Tuesday. Right in here, this high popped up, and I had an overwhelming feeling. It's all I can call a feeling that this was a major top and I should sell. The reason for this being 2 days early is my traditional track record, is that my natal moon is 45 degrees earlier than the S&P natal moon. So that's about 4 days and 16th harmonic, 2 days. So 2 to 4 days early, I frequently start feeling in all week. So I really thought here that things were feeling spooky. Right in here is when I made the comment in the chat room that we had made this lower low and we had made a lower high here. We did pop up late in the day, but we did not make a higher high. And then we declined there. We slightly took out the lower low, but we did not take out the 72-hour moving average. Here is a pop-up late on Thursday, and then right here, this is where I sold right here late in the day. This brown line is my entry, 28.56. Now, I do track, I like to use exponential moving averages as tracking devices. This suggested that this break was coming, and I sold here. We got below the 72-hour, that's a 3-day moving average. 144-hour is a 6-day, and then 9-day. Today we broke overnight. We're down. This is the trading action today. Significantly, even though we rallied at the close, we stayed below this moving average, and it is curling down. So this suggests that this move could last another 9 days. Now, incidentally, on my day trading website, moving average, or day trading website, daytradingforecast.com, I have green swans and red swans, which are short-term cycles. This rally here was a green swan picking the market up going into the close. That's a transient cycle. It will not be there on Monday. So I sold up here. I got some stops up here. Hopefully they'll hold up, and I'll come back after camping on this Monday and Tuesday. I'm either stopped out for a gain, or there'll be more to come. So that's what an hourly chart looked like. And here I just looked at this moving average. Odds are that we're going to move as far below it as we did above it. So that says 28.16. Just a crude estimator of potential move. Now, no one was expecting a Turkey financial crisis contagion. It's even hard to pronounce. Everyone is worried about the market going down because, Facebook not making profit targets, Twitter having problems, social media stocks falling out of favor, and trade wars with Trump tweeting crises, etc. But no one was talking about a currency contagion. Why is this a particularly scary thing? Because it's a threat to the banking system. There are people who maintain that this recovery from 2008 was all sponsored and funded by central banks. And many of those central banks are now overexposed and not in a condition to weather another financial crisis. It should be an interesting scenario as this plays out. I just try to watch what the market's doing and try to cash in on chaos when I can. Now, this is one of my tools. I just want to show you. This is this week showing a chart here where these little green dots and pink dots are push balls. This is where buying is trying to push the market higher. Pink is where it's trying to push the market lower. So Monday it tried to push it lower, couldn't do it, and it came up here and started pushing it higher. And I did buy in there. I got out here, not much. Didn't want to hold it overnight. On Tuesday, we gapped up. This vertical, this is one of my spliced 8-hour charts. It's the regular session plus the hour before the regular session, which covers the economic announcements. Well, this vertical line here is a gap. So there's a gap up, and then this is where I started feeling funny that things weren't going well. On Tuesday, it tried to go down, but these pushes just couldn't push through. So then we got a quick bounce up, but could not take out this high over here. And even late in the day, this high did not take out that one or that one from the previous day. So here's where I alerted people in my chat room to look out for a potential downturn. Now, yesterday morning we tried to push higher, did not make a higher high, Tried to push lower, didn't go lower. Bounced back up here, and notice here we did not get a green push ball. Started down here, seeing that, that's what I sold. I was looking for it. This push ball starting down here is a no-brainer. Just sell it. Now, this is a gap down. Today we came down, we bounced up, we went lower, and we bounced up again. So here are two highs. This is a lower high on the close. This is a gap. And this right up here, if you're an old timer, that is an island reversal. That is an island reversal at the top of a good 180 point plus rally from the open of the year. So that's an island reversal. If this gap is not filled, it'll be a breakaway gap. So no guarantees any of this will happen, but the charts are saying this could be a major top. I was suspicious up here when we just stalled. Could not go higher. So one more chart here. This is a weekly chart. On a weekly chart, on my the video I did 2 weeks ago, I talked about the honula can opener. It's just a pattern that looks like a can opener. Here's the shaft coming up here. And then here's the blade comes down here and hooks up like this. And now, I thought we saw one back here. This was a lunar eclipse. What's different here is that this weekly candle is now a down candle. So, 2 week offset here. That's the time between the two lunar eclipses. So we could be seeing a can opener, and the reaction after this can opener can go boom. Can. I'm not saying it will, I'm saying it can. But it's all a matter of probabilities. So this looked like a good sell. I'm trying to hold it while I go camping, and I'll come back and see what happens. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to learn more about my work, go to moneytide.com and check out my courses, my 4 main courses: Chaos Trading Made Easy, Cash In On Chaos, Fractal of Pi, Face of God course. Those courses give you some very good tools for dealing with chaotic markets. So check them out. There are usually some sales on. In fact, there's one going on right now on moneytide.com. So check it out, and I wish you happy camping. I'll be back next week after refreshing myself in the beautiful Rocky Mountains.